Welcome back to the iDoctor UK podcast. We're back for another week. You know, we're going to just talk some rubbish. Starting off with some good news. Obviously, we all know what happened to the Germany trip. It went right down the drain. But we're doing the podcast early this week. It's Wednesday. Normally we do it on a Friday. I always say that, but like, it doesn't matter. Whatever. It goes out on a Sunday. But I'm recording it early because we're going to Cardiff tomorrow. We might end up scrapping this one and recording another podcast while we're down there. Don't know. Long train journey. We'll decide probably on the way. Last minute, no doubt, because that's what I'm like. So yeah, we're going down to Cardiff to meet the guys from Digi4U. I think you've heard me talk about Mr. Tai Wong before. So we're meeting the company director, managing director and all that because they want to discuss some business propositions. So really excited to go and find out what they want. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then we're going to do one of these vlogs. Nobody's watched the vlog. If you're watching this and you've not watched the vlog already, go and have a look. We just walked around with the little DJI camera while we were in Serbia and just recorded daft old stuff. So if you're interested in that, go and give it a watch. It's mildly interesting. Yeah, so at the time that I'm recording this, Alex has just reminded me that there's 2 that are live right now as we're recording. Maybe by the time this goes out on Sunday, the rest of them might be live because there's 4, I think we were there for 4 days, so there's four vlogs. We're going to record the same when we go to Cardiff. They don't get many views, but it's funny, it's just funny watching it back. If nobody else laughs at it, at least me, Alex, and Nathan have had a laugh making them. So yeah, me and Alex are off down to Cardiff tomorrow, record some video content. I don't know what their setup is down there, and I don't know how much of a warehouse it looks like or how cool the place is. So we're gonna just see what it looks like, or we might do a little tour of their warehouse. I should have probably got in touch with a couple of other people that I know down in South Wales there, but I forgot, to be honest. But if anyone's in South Wales, we'll have already been and gone before you see this. I'll put it on the Insta story now, and then if you want to meet up for a beer on Thursday or Friday afternoon, we are available. And yeah, it'd be great. It'd be nice to meet someone for a few pints. I think we're going out on Freshers night on Thursday, aren't we? Freshers at Cardiff. So we're not really going to strip club.
We're not, Joe. We're not.
Yeah, Joe, I promise I'm not. We've got to be in bed early on Thursday night. So yeah, that's my exciting news for the week. We had a really quiet week in the shop last week, which was disappointing, but we will just take it as one of them things. I'm just looking at my cases. I know I was talking about them last week, right? There's one of the cases, and I'm not sure what model it's for. It's for an iPhone 14 Plus, and the rest of them are like a neon pink. Let's get it in the light. It was bugging me, this, but I don't know if I think they're the same colour, but one of them, this looks like a peach colour, and that looks like a pink colour. I'm going to hold them side by side and try and work out if they're different. Let me know in the comments. Are these different? And I could just see it over there, so sorry for interrupting what I was talking about. They're from Sanjay at Tech Point, by the way. Take that however you want, I suppose. Yeah, I've just been on Facebook, sorry, and I saw that another phone shop had closed down, and I'm just talking about like being quiet last week, and I'm just wondering how everyone else is doing in the industry. Are you finding that you're busy? Are you finding that it's quiet generally? Because there was another guy on the Facebook group who mentioned that he was closing the business down and he was sort of getting rid of all his old stuff, and then I've just seen another one who said that they're closing down the business. So it's sad times for some business owners. And I know it's difficult in the world of business, and certainly the first few years are definitely the toughest. We seem to have weathered that storm, ready for new storms, I suppose, like mid-length storms. There's always something what goes wrong and always something what gets in the way. But yeah, just wanted to check in really with anybody who watches and make sure that you're all right. And if there's anything, like, I'm not by any means a business genius or anything, but we've got a business that seems to work and it makes money every month and we can pay the bills and pay the wages, which is great. If there is anything that I can help you with, like, even if it's like, if you want to message me privately, just get in touch, and I will see if we can, even if it's a video to like talk about what you could do differently, then yeah, we could definitely do that. I'm actually keen to do that. So yeah, that's that. Sorry if your business is struggling as well, because it's hard. I've been there. Really, I've been there as well. Last year, we nearly shut down until we moved here. So moving on from that, we'll talk about that another day. I got robbed. The timeline of events was something like this. I'll tell you about getting robbed in a minute. very sadly, one of the members of the phone repair community passed away last week. He was only a young lad. I don't know if anybody knew him, but Noah Karen. He had started in repairs as a really young lad, and we used to speak on Messenger a lot, and he used to always be asking for advice. He'd sent bits for repair. So it was really sad to hear about his passing the other week, and just such a young age to lose a life. So we're not going to do a minute's silence, of course, but it's just something to think about. Like, life's short, isn't it? It's fucking horrible. So yeah, that's what ultimately leads to my series of bad events that I had last week. I lost my Facebook account, which I've had for like 16 or 17. Did I talk about this last week? I can't remember. I've had it for about 17 years, since 2007. I just found out about, that's what made me think about Noah. I just found out that he'd passed away, and somebody had mentioned on the Facebook group about setting up a GoFundMe thing for him. So I flicked out of Facebook, gone onto Safari, had a look on setting up a GoFundMe to see if we could do it. Gone back to Facebook to say, look, I'll take some responsibility for this if nobody else is going to do it. And then boom, I couldn't log in. I've been suspended, banned, perma-banned from Facebook. So don't know what I've done. Well, it said that another account, which were in no way associated with myself, an Instagram account, had been doing things that they shouldn't have been. And that's all. So the only thing that I can think is somebody's used my email address to create a account on Instagram, and it's all gone wrong from there. So I had to set up a new Facebook account. So if we were friends on Facebook before and we're not friends on Facebook now, add me back. I miss you. I really do. So that was that. That was event number 1, which sort of was frustrating. Event number 2, I actually have 2 new tyres on my car, which was frustrating. Event number 3, PayPal. I thought PayPal were pretty secure. I've never really had any problems with it in the past. And Sunday, been fishing, got to Wendy's with my little lad and gone to pay, and I'm stood in the queue waiting for my food to come. Luckily, I could pay for it. They'd not cleared me out completely. And I saw these emails from PayPal saying that I've paid €95.60. And my first thought, like anybody, any man who's married would think, what's she been buying now? And then I looked into it a bit more, and I'm thinking, no, this isn't something what Joe's bought. This isn't something what somebody else has bought, because the lads have access to my PayPal account here, just through the PCs, and I'm like, this isn't right. Something really not right here. And there were 25 transactions at Milan Central train station for €95.60, 60 cents or something like that. So £2,100 it totaled to, and I was like, oh God, and it was just gone. Obviously, I've raised it as an issue with PayPal, and it has been resolved now. But it was just really frustrating. Let me know if you've had any problems with PayPal yourselves, because, like I said, I genuinely thought it was very secure. The other thing what was interesting was that it came straight out, rather than it coming from our PayPal balance, it came out of the bank account. So it's just weird, really weird. And then that was the other thing, right? Whenever I'm doing something important and I'm not at the shop, let's take, for example, reeling in a big fish, right? I guarantee that I get a text with a code from PayPal, because the lads will log in and they'll buy the postage with my PayPal account. And I'll guarantee that I get one of these text messages with a code on it at an inconvenient time. And then every time that I get one of them codes, it's usually followed up by a phone call from either Alex or Nathan saying, what's that code? And I usually answer, obviously, because we need to do these things. And I didn't get a code when I got robbed. That's where I'm going to. And I'm like, why? How? How can £8.35 I get a code sent to me from a computer that I use every day to buy postage, but then when somebody buys €2,500 worth of train tickets or whatever they bought, it doesn't flag up? Just someone riddle me that and explain it to me. I don't know. And then the final thing was, it was Saturday morning. Like, my timeline of events, what I post on Instagram and stuff, are slightly different to sometimes when it actually happens. I'm not saying that it's fake, but Nathan says, don't let the truth get in front of a good story. So I made out that it all happened on Monday morning, which it didn't. It's not that it's fake, it's just that that's sort of what I was dealing with on Monday morning. We got the shutter, somebody vandalised it, they wrote Basque on there. And that was just like the final nail in the coffin for me this weekend, of just crap stuff happening. So this week I'm hoping for a better week. I think it's going that way so far, and we're going to go to Cardiff and hopefully not get robbed. But if we do, it's just sort of part of what's going on. The good news about it is that I made a video yesterday moaning that my PayPal account had been robbed and stuff, and that video it did all right on TikTok. So it was on like 300k views. Let's see where it's on now. I always check this. I'm a right sucker for it. Once you got a video, what's like popping off? 314,000. 314. So that's good news in like less than 24 hours. So that means that we'll actually make a bit of money out of my lament, my problems. So that's kind of exciting. Other than that, I've got nothing new to talk about. I've ordered the iPhone 16 Pro, but it's not coming until the 9th of October because I was umming and ahhing whether I was going to get it or not. So I've had to, I'm at the back of the queue for it, really. Alex did say that I should just say, look, tell them that you're eye doctor, and then they might bring you to the front of the queue, but I can't do things like that. So I'm going to have to wait like everybody else. Yeah. But other than that, have a great day. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Bye.